Morning in Portland, 2026. Snow has settled overnight, turning sidewalks white, and tents stiff with ice. As the city slowly wakes, snow crunches under passing cars, frost clings to fabric, and cold air burns the lungs. Across the streets and under bridges, tents begin to unzip, hands numb from the night, blankets frozen solid at the edges. While many wake to heaters and hot coffee, 8,900 unsheltered Americans wake outside, facing winter without walls or reliable warmth. Snow hides the ground, but it doesn't hide the cold. It seeps through thin layers, settles into bones, and turns morning into the hardest part of the day. This is the Portland winter homeless crisis. Icy tents, snow-covered streets, and a season that shows no mercy. If this story matters to you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps bring awareness to winter realities often unseen. And stay with us, because in the next part, we'll follow what these frozen mornings become as the cold tightens its grip on the city. When winter tightens its grip on Portland streets. Winter in Portland is more than a change in weather. It reshapes daily survival as snow settles on sidewalks and temperatures drop below freezing. Living outdoors becomes increasingly dangerous. For thousands of people without stable housing, winter doesn't slow life down. It makes every basic need harder to meet. Housing costs in Portland have continued to rise. Average rents often take up most of a monthly income, leaving little room for emergencies. When rent increases faster than wages, one setback, a job loss, an illness, or an unexpected bill can lead to housing instability. Winter is often when that instability becomes visible. Food access also changes in colder months. Warm meals are essential for maintaining body heat, yet they're harder to find without steady income or a place to cook. Many depend on soup kitchens, meal programs, and community food outreach. Working through snow and freezing nights, outreach teams become more visible in winter. Trained workers and volunteers walk snow-covered streets, checking on people in tents, offering blankets, thermal clothing, and information about warming shelters. Winter exposes the connection between housing costs, food access, and survival. In Portland, the cold season is more than weather. It's a test of resilience and community response. Icy tents and frozen ground, surviving without shelter. As winter deepens in Portland, snow no longer feels temporary. It settles into tents, hardens the ground, and turns simple shelter into fragile protection. Most tents are designed for short-term camping, not for weeks of freezing temperatures. Snow weighs down thin fabric. Zippers freeze shut, and condensation inside turns to ice overnight. Even with layers and blankets, heat escapes quickly into the frozen ground below. Sleeping on snow-covered pavement or dirt drains body warmth fast. Without insulated mats or raised platforms, the cold pulls heat directly from the body, increasing the risk of hypothermia. For many, the coldest part of the day is not night. It's early morning, when the body is weakest after hours of exposure. Winter also limits mobility. Frozen feet, stiff joints, and untreated injuries make walking difficult. Snow-covered streets reduce access to food programs, medical care, and warming centers, especially for those carrying all their belongings. Outreach teams often focus on these conditions. They distribute thermal tarps, insulated sleeping pads, and winter-rated sleeping bags when available. They also educate people on cold weather risks and help identify signs of frostbite or hypothermia early. Icy tents reveal a harsh truth. Winter shelter is not just about having a roof, it's about insulation. safety, and surviving conditions the human body was never meant to endure outdoors. A winter morning begins. Stories behind the snow. The morning starts before the sun rises. Snow still untouched. The city quiet and frozen. Inside a small tent near the sidewalk, someone wakes slowly, fingers numb, breath visible in the air. The sleeping bag is thin, the ground beneath unforgiving. There was little sleep, just short moments of rest between shivers. Outside, the snow has erased footprints from the night before. Belongings are packed carefully, not because it's time to leave, but because staying too long in one place carries risk. The first task of the day is warmth. Hands are rubbed together, layers are checked, socks turned inside out, hoping they'll dry later. Food comes next, a warm meal if a soup kitchen is open, or something small to keep energy up until outreach arrives. These winter mornings repeat across Portland. Each one looks different, yet follows the same rhythm of survival. Cold slows everything down: movement, thinking, and hope. Outreach workers often arrive during these hours. They stop to talk, to offer hand warmers, to check injuries made worse by freezing temperatures. Sometimes they bring good news. A warming shelter has space. A meal site is open early. This chapter of winter is not written in headlines. It's written in breath, in snow-packed boots, and in the quiet strength it takes to stand up and face another frozen day. Warming centers, outreach, and the winter safety net. When winter temperatures drop to dangerous levels, Portland's emergency response begins to activate. Warming centers open their doors, offering heated rooms, hot drinks, and a place to rest away from the snow. These centers are designed for extreme cold. They operate during freezing nights, snowstorms, and weather emergencies. For many, they provide the first real warmth felt in days. A chair near a heater, dry socks, and a cup of soup can stabilize the body and prevent serious cold-related illness. Outreach teams play a key role in connecting people to these resources. They walk through snow-covered areas, checking on tents, sharing information about open shelters, and helping people decide when conditions have become unsafe. Their work is both educational and protective, focused on prevention rather than crisis. However, the winter safety net has limits. Warming centers have set capacities, and transportation can be difficult on icy streets. Some people are unable to reach these locations, while others may arrive after all spaces are filled. Winter exposes these gaps clearly. It shows how emergency systems help save lives, but also how fragile they can be during prolonged cold. In Portland, warming centers are not a solution to homelessness. They are a lifeline, meant to hold people through the coldest nights until safer seasons return. The rising cost of staying warm in a cold city. Winter doesn't just lower temperatures in Portland, it raises the cost of survival, often beyond reach. Housing is the biggest pressure point. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Portland is often $1,400 to $1,700 per month, sometimes more in central areas. For someone earning near minimum wage, that can take over 60% of monthly income when rent rises faster than pay. One missed paycheck or one emergency can mean losing housing entirely. Cold weather adds new expenses. Basic winter clothing, a coat, gloves, boots, thermal layers, can easily cost $200 to $400. For someone living outdoors, these items wear out quickly, and replacing them is difficult without income. Food costs also increase in winter. A hot meal in the city can cost $8 to $15, and grocery prices continue to rise. Calorie-dense foods needed for warmth are often the most expensive. Meal programs help, but they cannot cover every day or every location. For those barely housed, utilities become another risk. Winter heating bills can add $150 to $300 per month, forcing hard choices. Heat or food, rent or medicine. Winter makes these numbers real. In Portland, staying warm is not just about weather, it's about affordability and how quickly rising costs can turn cold into crisis. A national winter crisis beyond Portland. Winter homelessness is not only a Portland story, it's a national one. Across the United States, an estimated 8,900 people remain unsheltered during winter months, facing freezing temperatures, snowstorms, and icy nights without stable shelter. Each city has its own climate, but winter creates the same risks everywhere: hypothermia, frostbite, and illness made worse by cold. In colder regions, snow piles up for weeks. In milder climates, sudden freezes catch people unprepared. Unsheltered individuals often have little warning and even less protection when temperatures drop quickly. Federal and local agencies track winter homelessness to plan emergency responses. These include warming centers, temporary shelters, and cold weather outreach. While these programs save lives, they are often short-term, activated only during extreme weather. Rural areas face added challenges. Services are spread far apart. Transportation is limited, and outreach teams cover large distances in dangerous conditions. For many, winter isolation becomes as serious as the cold itself. Winter reveals a shared reality. Whether in Portland or elsewhere, cold weather turns housing insecurity into a health emergency. It reminds us that winter homelessness is not just a local issue, it's a nationwide seasonal crisis that returns every year with the cold. Health on ice. When cold weather becomes a medical risk. Winter doesn't just make life uncomfortable, it makes it dangerous. Prolonged exposure to cold temperatures puts the human body under constant stress. Hypothermia can begin when body temperature drops just a few degrees, especially after nights spent on snow or frozen ground. Early signs, shaking, confusion, slowed movement, are often missed or ignored because survival demands moving forward. Frostbite is another winter threat. Fingers, toes, ears. Exposed skin freezes quickly in icy conditions without proper footwear or gloves. Minor numbness can turn into permanent injury. For people living outdoors, medical care is often delayed until damage is already severe. Chronic illnesses worsen in winter. Cold air strains the lungs, especially for those with asthma or respiratory conditions. Joint pain increases. Infections spread more easily. And healing slows when the body is constantly cold. Winter outreach medical teams try to bridge this gap. They provide basic checkups, wound care, and education about cold weather symptoms. Their goal is prevention, catching problems early, before they become emergencies. Winter makes health fragile. On Portland streets, cold weather doesn't just test endurance, it tests the limits of the human body, day after day, on ice. Snow, silence, and the struggle to be seen. Winter changes how the city looks and how people are noticed. When snow covers the streets, tents blend into the background. Foot traffic slows, parks empty, and entire areas fall quiet. For those living outside, this silence can feel isolating and unsafe. Cold weather reduces visibility. People stay indoors longer, outreach becomes harder, and fewer passers-by notice when someone needs help. A medical emergency in winter can go unseen for hours, especially during snowstorms. Winter also affects access to services. Snow and ice make travel difficult. Bus routes change. Walkways become dangerous. And carrying belongings through deep cold takes extra strength. A missed meal site or a closed warming center can change the entire day. Yet winter silence is not complete. Some community members step forward. Volunteers shovel paths to tents, check on neighbors, and share information about resources. These small acts matter most when the city feels far away. Snow quiets the streets, but it doesn't erase need. In Portland, winter reminds us that being unseen can be as dangerous as the cold itself. Chapter 9. Waiting for Thaw. What winter leaves behind. Winter does not end all at once. It loosens its grip slowly. As snow begins to melt, the ground remains cold, and the damage from months of exposure becomes clear. Worn tents, broken zippers, and soaked bedding tell the story of what winter has taken. For many, spring does not mean immediate relief. Cold-related illnesses linger, injuries need treatment, and the struggle for stable housing continues. Winter may pass, but its impact stays. Communities use this time to reflect. What worked, what fell short, and how to prepare better for the next cold season. Data gathered during winter helps shape future outreach, shelter planning, and emergency response. Education remains essential. Understanding how winter affects unsheltered people helps cities plan beyond short-term fixes. It highlights the need for affordable housing, consistent services, and year-round support, not only during emergencies. Winter leaves lessons behind. In Portland, the cold season reminds us that homelessness does not disappear with warmer weather. It only becomes less visible. What winter reveals is what communities choose to do next. If this story resonated with you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. Each action helps this message travel further, bringing awareness to winter realities that are often unseen. Your support keeps these stories alive and ensures they continue to be told.